Big NBA card tonight on Wednesday, April the 2nd, but not a really competitive NBA card as eight of the nine, I believe, have double-digit spreads, and we have three of them with a 15-point favorite or more. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to look at the two late games, including your ESPN game. I do think there's some value in two of the later games tonight. I'm going to give those both to you free here with analysis right here, right now. Hi, this is Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com, right back here on WagerTalk TV, and this is how it works in April. As we get closer to the NBA playoffs, the haves and the have-nots start playing. As I said, 8 of the 9 games tonight, we have double-digit favorites. I'm going to talk about a couple of the games. Let's start with the ESPN primetime matchup at 9:40 Eastern. Detroit at Oklahoma City, Pistons and Thunder. And the Thunder have been the best overall team in the NBA this year, and they're not taking their foot off the gas here down the stretch. In fact, they've won 10 straight, and they've covered 9 of those 10. And going back even further now, they've covered 12 of their last 14 games. So really hard to get in front of this team. They are rested after a blowout win over the Pacers and then the Bulls. They do have the Rockets on deck on Friday. So it should be a focus spot here home against Detroit, a team that they just beat by 7 2 weeks ago on the road at Detroit, 113-107. That stayed under the total of 230 in that game. Both teams shot about 48% from the field. And we've actually seen money coming on the over in this game tonight. It's gone from 228.5 up to 232, 232.5 of the sharper books. And I'll respect that move. Even though the first game was lower scoring, I look for a high-scoring game here. I think over 232 does have some value if you're looking to play this primetime game. And once again, this is your ESPN game tonight at 9:40. By the way, the Pistons have won 5 out of 7. Both teams in really good current offensive form, and I think that'll show tonight with the over in this game. All right, let's look at another one of those big spreads. It's the last game on the schedule at 10 o'clock Eastern, Pelicans and Clippers. And I mentioned how we have 8 of the 9 favorites tonight by double digits, including 3 of them by more than 15 points. Well, this is one of those games. In fact, this is the biggest spread on the board, and it's because the Pelicans look like they've just tossed the towel on the season, and they're in tank mode. Their injury list is a mile long. They've got 7 guys listed as out already tonight, and very little effort has been shown by this Pelican squad. So it really comes down to a question of not if the Clippers are going to win or the Pelicans are going to lose, but how much can the Clippers win by. What's interesting, though, the Pelicans have covered every game but one. In fact, they're 3-0-1 their last 4. So these inflated numbers have started to kick in. In the last game, they were actually favored against the hapless Charlotte Hornets. But I look for regression mode here in this one. Their offense has been terrible the last 2 games. Even with that win, they still shot just 41% against Charlotte. And that point spread push was as a 16-point dog against Golden State last week on Friday when they shot just 40.5%. Meanwhile, the Clippers enter this game in pretty good current form. They've won 3 of their last 4, but from a point spread perspective, they've been vastly undervalued here down the stretch as they have covered 9 in a row, and they've gone 7-2 straight up during that span. Actually, no, 8-2 straight up, 10 straight covers now, 8-2 straight up, and I believe it's 10 straight covers in a row. Line is inflated, I get that, but if you're going to play it, I would rather lay it with the LA Clippers minus 17.5. Looks like a focus spot here. Could always play the first half as well, or an in-game. Maybe look for New Orleans to play hard early and get a slightly lower price in-game. But if you're going to play it, it'd be the Clippers. I would lay it. Not a fan of laying 17.5 in the NBA. But now that actually the Hornets are coming off a rare straight-up win, I think they do regress tonight. And they just don't have the offense to catch up. If they get behind in this game, the floodgates could open and would make it easier for the Clippers to win by margin. So once again, if you're going to play it, I would lay it with the LA Clippers, but tricky card tonight in the NBA to say the least. Hey, speaking of basketball, I do have a strong college basketball best bet tonight. The College Crown Tournament continues in Las Vegas, and I've isolated a strong totals play tonight in one of the quarterfinal games for you tonight in college hoops on Wednesday. You know, I'm very selective. About 90-95% of my basketball plays are side selections. And the totals are rare and few far between, but I have not missed an NCAA total in the past 2 years. You heard me right. I have not missed a college basketball total in over 2 years, and it's 100% full game run continues with a strong over-under best bet tonight in one of your college games for Wednesday. So it might be an ugly NBA card, but there is money to be made in college hoops. You can get that right now on my page, Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com. You can get there quicker with that shortcut you see on your screen, wt.buzz/SM. And don't forget, the single plays are $25 per play, but you can get it down to as low as $1 a play. It's about a 96% discount off the daily rate when you get a long-term subscription. And the best deal is the 1-year all-access pass, 365 days and nights of football, basketball, and baseball, college and pro. And with promo code SM365, you get it down to about $1 a play. It's an instant $811 discount on the one-year all-access when you use promo code SM365. Don't forget, last year, baseball, we won over 100 units alone in baseball. We had already doubled our bankroll by the end of August. Number one last year in the NBA, including the playoffs. That starts in a few weeks, and college hoops is still here. And then, of course, football right around the corner. SM365, if you're ready to take a serious long-term investment approach, that is the best offer you're ever going to find. Look, you don't have to memorize the promo codes, the best bets, the daily free play. They're all on my page, Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com. And also, I do have my Final Four contest up and loaded today now on Wednesday. Enter anytime the next few days. It expires at tip-off. We've got 16 plays up for you. We have side and total for both games, and I've got 6 player props for both games, scoring props of the big-name players for Auburn, Florida, Houston, and Duke. And if you pick at least 11 out of 16 right, you win free best bet service anywhere from 1 day up to 1 year, which is a $2,000 value. The contest link, it's free to enter. It's on my page right now, Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com, and get there quicker, wt.buzz/SM. Follow me on social media as well, at Steve Merril, 2Rs, 1L. I've got the link to the contest, the daily free plays, these videos when they go live. Follow me on Twitter and X, and Instagram, whatever you want to call it, at Steve Merril, 2Rs, 1L. See it at the bottom of the screen there. And don't forget, thumbs up, like, and comment below. If you're liking these free play videos, I will keep them coming. I will also have the NIT finals for tomorrow on Thursday, and also your NCAA Final Four for Saturday, and the championship game on Monday. So click subscribe, click the bell so you never miss one of these free play videos. Thumbs up, like, positive comments below, and stay tuned here to Wager Talk TV because you know there's more free play videos coming up next.